good guys and bad guys, cowboys and Indians, sinners and saints, masters and minions. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me.
Welcome to Fence Post Politics, the only place for unfiltered, nonsensical, probably fake news that you never asked for. Brought to you by the Burning Daylight Podcast and your host, myself, Matt McKinley, Aaron Ellis, Tim Martin, and Rob Jost. Now let's have a little bit of fun, talk a little politics, and tell a dirty joke or two.
And you call it trick magic, might have fooled everybody, but you didn't pull nothing on me.
How's that for a fucking intro?
It's good. But can I point out one thing? Whenever you do these promos, you really got the cowboy twang going. You do.
Do I?
Oh, you get it going. You get the people going.
I guess I can turn it off, but I don't know how. I like it goes in spurts on its own. I don't know. I don't
think
know.
As a self-defense mechanism, you don't ever bring it out in front of our friends because somehow they'll attack you with it.
They're one of many things that'll attack. Like a bunch of fucking sharks.
Jeez.
Bunch of fucking sharks is what all these clowns are.
You're like a bride at a bridesmaid 50% off sale. You know, in all those sitcoms, there's at least one episode where the wedding dress is 50% off, and they all go just scrounging around. That's our group of friends. Picture that. Yeah,
I mean, it's like in Borat when they throw a bunch of coins on the ground and the Jews all go scurrying after them. Now,
ruthless.
That is an anti-Semitic joke that I didn't write. I'm just simply pointing out. You remember when that happened and we all laughed? Now it's fun, and this is why I love Rob. Like, I really have no problem with Jews in general, but Rob is my third favorite Jew because he can roll with the jokes and know that it's just a joke. You know, he'll still call you anti-Semitic, but he doesn't mean it. And then he also will throw his own freaking Holocaust joke in there. And
yes, he will.
It's glorious. Like that is like the epitome of just being a dude, you know, just hanging with your bros and just telling them the worst things you can about them because you love them. Like it's just, you say heinous things to your boys because you love them. I mean, truly heinous shit. That's what we do to each other. And that's how it's supposed to be. By God. America. So this one, we'll start out on a light note. It's a happy note.
We'll save the juicy one for Rob.
Yeah, so hopefully Rob gets in here on this story, but we can always go back.
$10 said he locked himself out of his Tesla.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. Do you need a key for the Tesla, or does it take the Neuralink chip now, where you just blink twice to unlock your Tesla?
We have questions, Rob.
We'll save them. We'll save them for Rob.
I like how today in the text chain, Matt made a joke about Rob owning a Tesla, and he actually owns a Tesla.
I was not aware of that Rob actually was in a Tesla last week, which is glorious. It makes so much sense. But Wall Street Journal, this politician just won Argentina's primary. His hair is baffling the world. He looks like a gay Argentine. What's the dude from Wolverine?
He looks like he hosts a trivia show in the 80s.
He looks like the Righteous Gemstones shitty cousin.
He looks like Burt Reynolds' stepbrother. like they don't really look alike, but Burt Reynolds was older and he wanted to be cool like his older stepbrother, and it just doesn't work out for him.
He looks like Kevin Spacey playing Wolverine. He's I don't want to talk too much shit because I think I like this guy.
Yeah,
he's outsider candidate and self-described anarcho-capitalist Javier Milei.
I bet he's real grabby.
He might be a little grabby, but anarcho-capitalist means it's all extreme property rights, personal, private property rights. So you can't aggress against somebody else's property. Then their body is their property. So maybe he has the urge to be grabby. I mean, it is. Argentina's like it's like Italy Junior. You know?
It's like Italy. It's Dahmer during when he was 10, huh?
Well, no, it's just like they're not as overtly grabby as the Italians, but like pretty close. Pretty close.
What do they ask before they grab, or what? What's the separating line?
I don't think they do. That's I don't know. Like that's kind of a trope. If we're going like racist jokes, like it's an old trope that the Italian men are just like super horny all the time, and they catcall and grab. And
see, have you ever been around an Italian guy? I don't think I ever have.
Yeah, there's quite a few Italians out here, but I've not been around a whole lot of like East Coast Italians, and I think that's kind of where the like the stereotype begins. Like, because out here they're all like ranching families, so
they're cowboys.
Yeah, but they like their wine, they like their pasta, and they can fucking party. That's for sure. Anyway, self-described anarcho-capitalist Javier Milei, I don't know. So not a surprise victory in Argentina's presidential primary. But beyond South America, his hair may have been the biggest shock. He's a 52-year-old economist, sports a hairdo that isn't quite a mullet, mop top, or mohawk. There's nothing mohawkish about it.
Oh, side note too. Sometime tonight, a winner has been crowned in America's best mullet.
Oh, okay.
So just keep that story in mind.
Okay. Mohawk, but some combination of the three. There's nothing mohawkish about it.
He's 80. He's 80s action star. That's 80s action star.
Yeah. He's MacGruber.
Well, didn't MacGruber have a mullet?
Did he have a mullet?
He did.
Maybe he did. Okay.
I'm thinking. What was the James Bond? The guy who did like one of them. Patrick Moore. Something more. Roger Moore.
Roger Moore. Yeah, kinda. Yeah,
that's
he's
the hair
like
that Trump wants.
It's like if they tried to turn John Lennon into an action star.
Looks like what was that? What was that director who dated Sharon Tate? He looks like Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski, yeah.
Oh,
what's up,
he's
Rob?
not in his Tesla.
Hey.
Damn it.
No Tesla tonight.
What? No, not tonight.
Because I was
What the
going to
hell are we
scream.
What is that? That looks like Bryan Cranston. Who is that?
It does look like Brian. I said it was if Kevin Spacey played Wolverine.
I said 80s trivia host.
Yeah, or like the Righteous Gemstones shitty cousin. Did you guys watch this last season of Righteous Gemstone?
I did not.
Oh, dude, it had some of the funniest, like hilariously, like way too much dick in the scene, but still funny. like.
Wait. Is there ever too much?
It's gratuitous, I'll say. Maybe not too much, but it's very gratuitous.
Liberal on the penises.
They were very like
Plural
like
penis.
they were like Bernie Sanders liberal with the penis.
You get a
Like
dick,
the-
and you get a dick, and you get a dick.
So like, not to spoil too much, but the daughter was cheating on her like gay little husband guy with her one of the members of her band while she was out on tour, and then he goes over with to this band member's house to beat him up. He's got a pair of brass knuckles on him. He walks in and the dude is just like furiously masturbating, like butt ass naked and just yanking it really hard. And then so he goes up and punches him and it doesn't drop him. And then this dude proceeds to beat the fuck out of him with a not, I wouldn't say rager, but like a half-mast, pretty hard cock and just flopping around everywhere. and I don't want to watch it, but it was so fucking funny too at the same time. It's like it was a lot, but it was also well done. It was funny. Made me laugh really fucking hard.
I feel like that's less dick than was in, or that was more dick than was in Jackass.
Jackass had a lot of dick, but no, this was
Dick
Righteous
overload.
Gemstones. They will fit a dick in there somewhere. Like they always find a way to show a dick somehow, and
there's
pretty
just
funny.
there's one guy in those meetings. So like, okay, where are we gonna fit in the dick this week?
Like that's his job. It's like every time you
Yeah.
figure out the weirdest place, put a dick in.
Oh, we have this scene of a baby being born. Throw in a dick, why don't you?
Throwing a dick. Yeah, and then like one of the final scenes of the season, he's the dude that got the shit kicked out of him. He's sitting in the tub with the daughter, and then they get sexy, and he like, that's all sexy time, and he's like, let's play helicopter or something, and then he's just like whipping his dick around in a circle in the bathwater.
That's
And they
disgusting.
show it the whole fucking time.
There you go.
It's so weird and awkward, but he's still just laughing really fucking hard.
The dick rep for the show got his calling card.
That's what I just read. The name of the episode is Dick Reps.
Yeah, so let's see who is my big swinging dick members. It's Dan Gibbon, I forget who, Pavo, and I don't remember the other. I can't remember his name. I see his face, but I don't remember his name. Anyways, it's Adam, maybe. Anyhow, that's the dick joke of the week. So you're welcome. You're welcome, fellas.
Dicks
there we go.
aplenty.
Dicks aplenty. There we Adam Spindle, or Spidle. Adam Spidle, Dan Gibbon, and Pavo, the big Samoan dude. Anyways, yeah, that it was really funny. I highly recommend watching that one. But anyway, back to this. This was the new. I guess he's not president, but he's like, I don't know exactly how Argentina's election.
Oh, this is the Argentina guy?
Yeah. He's getting
The
rid of their
far-right
central
Nazi?
bank. He's not a Nazi. Fuck.
That's what they say on the news.
Is it? I don't know. He says he's a anarcho-capitalist, which means he's like a complete free market, anti-government. I mean, not anti-government, but like extreme limited government is his kind of anarcho.
Is that his name? Javier Milei?
Yeah.
I'm guessing he doesn't like the Fed.
No, he's actually ran on abolishing their central bank. So, and then switching their currency to the dollar.
He favors the legalization of the organ trade.
Huh.
Well, that's pretty extreme free market, I suppose. I mean, I guess if it's consensual, I guess I don't have much of a problem, but it just seems weird.
Consensual. I will give you my liver.
I don't want my dick anymore. Here you go. I'm gonna sell it on eBay.
Nobody's buying that shit. Well,
Fuck you, Matt.
there's probably somebody out there that would buy it.
Tim would.
Like somebody could just like put it in a jar of brine or whatever, like like formaldehyde, and I'll just put it on my counter behind me in the studio.
It's
Aaron's
pickled.
Shriveled up pickled dick floating around. And
What's that? Oh, that's just Uncle Aaron. Oh, I mean Uncle Karen, Auntie Karen.
When I die, I'm gonna get mine like dehydrated and like dried down and I'll send it to you as a toothpick.
Did either of you say that this guy? I thought he looked like Bryan Cranston. He actually looks like Jason Bateman, like with scruffy hair.
See, but there he kind of looks like Sam Bankman-Fried.
There you go. That too.
Look at that hair. Go back.
Yeah.
I gotta see
He's
that. Man.
He looks like a late 70s, early 80s Formula One driver.
He looks like a Greek restaurant owner.
Yeah, he does.
He's got to be fatter than that.
If Bob's Burgers makes a live action, you got to have that guy in it.
Yeah,
I bet he could grow a mean mustache too.
Oh, you would think so. So speaking of the Nazi side of things, though, Javier Milei does not have a very German undertone to it, so I think maybe you're safe on the Nazi part. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know. I pulled that out of my ass. It doesn't look like he's a Nazi.
He's an Italian corroborator.
He does look like
he's more like that Francisco Franco kind of deal to it, right?
He looks like he could be the muscle for a mob capo. Like Polly Walnuts,
He looks like he's really into crypto.
I bet he is. Honestly, if he's wanting to get rid of the central bank, he probably dabbles in the crypto.
I dabble.
It's kind of a conundrum because I don't know what gives it its intrinsic value, but then again, the only thing that gives the dollar its intrinsic value is the American military. So you're like, they're both based on very flimsy backing. So
it's a woozy, it's a wazi, it's a fugazi, it's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And so you're like, I don't know. At least I know I can trade my dollars in for something,
right?
For a little while. Crypto looks cool until you go to try to buy something with it, and you're like, well, I can put $100.
I can pay you Monopoly money.
I can put $100 in my online gambling account, but I can't buy a pizza. Oh shit. So this Utah fella, I was this one, I can't decide if like this guy looked like maybe he was trying to die by the cops, like suicide by feds, but also like, boy, they really kind of went out of their way to be assholes when they went to serve the search warrant. And it's like I kind of don't blame him for wanting to shoot somebody. They showed up at 6 o'clock and started hollering on a bullhorn, and then tried to kick his door in, but they couldn't kick his door in. So then they ran a battering ram through his window and then proceeded to go in and shoot him in his house.
The same operators as in Waco.
Yeah, pretty much. Except this one wasn't a SWAT team either. I don't think. I think it was just like field agents, which from what I understand, don't typically do the door kicking.
So it says he was pointing a gun at the FBI when they came in.
Yeah, but that was after they broke his fucking window. I mean, like, it is his house. It is Utah. He is allowed to have a gun in his house. But also, yeah, I mean, at that point, I don't think I would have had a gun on me if I was like, oh fuck, they're coming in the window. Like, all right,
I'm done.
yeah, I'll figure this out in court. But I mean, they did everything that these federal agents tend to do, except shoot his dog. I didn't hear anything about them shooting his dog. So I mean, I guess that's
should have shot him and not the dog. That
I know. I mean, it's like that. I guess that's a win for the feds. They didn't shoot a dog.
No letters from PETA this time, huh?
Yeah. All right. So they said he allegedly pointed a gun at a pair of Google Fiber workers who went into his backyard to reach a utility pole after he didn't answer the door in 2018. And then he answered the door when the cops came to talk to him about it with an AR-15.
Sounds like this guy doesn't like pop-ins.
He's kind of a hothead, and also he said he was not charged or arrested in the incident, so therefore he did nothing wrong. And denied pointing the weapon at the workers. He was allegedly armed when feds knocked on his door to arrest him and search his home just hours before Biden was set to arrive. Knocked on his door. No, they yelled at him through a bullhorn and then tried to kick his door down. They didn't knock on the door like that. The little different.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
He was shot and killed. Yeah, he was shot and killed by agents after allegedly pointing a weapon at him. This guy did probably need to. I mean, sound like he really did need to be checked on, but. That guy, if he's climbing the bell tower to snipe Biden, he's gonna have to take a couple breaks on the way up. Like that guy making it all the way to the top in one go. He's gonna have to stop and catch his breath.
He definitely would have stopped by McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah, well, but he wouldn't have got coffee because he was a Mormon. He would have got a Coke.
Mm-hmm.
That's allowed.
Oh my God, I used to love it. My grandparents were Mormon, go on and on about caffeine, and then my grandmother would pull out a Diet Coca-Cola, 24 ounce. I'm just like, fuck, Grandma.
Yeah, they really kind of fucked the country when they started pushing that soda out everywhere. Stuff is good, but man, it is horrible for you.
But it's diet soda now.
It's diet,
so
yeah.
It's all good.
I mean, it's doing something. Trump is not like falling up the stairs, and that's kind of what he subsists on is Big Macs and Diet Cokes, isn't
Diet
it?
Cokes.
Steak with ketchup.
The aspartame doesn't affect me at all.
He is the most white trash billionaire ever. He's getting
just look at the haircut.
He's
super well done steak with a pint of ketchup.
Yeah, it's like a $300 steak just charred to a crisp and then slathered in ketchup. Fucking guy.
Do you think that dude has half can of Mountain Dew all across his desk like Brad did?
No, Diet Coke. Diet Coke. That's his drink. But I'm sure he's got half drinking diet. Did you see that one documentary? I think it was on Hulu, and it was over the January 6th deal, and when he was they had the footage of him getting set up to give his speech finally, like when it was like 3 or 4 hours after the fact, when he told him to go home. But there was this whole thing with like a bottle of water or like a glass of water, and he was like, put the cap on. No, take the cap off. Leave it here. And it was like trying to get the shot right, and it was like,
dude, pull it up.
This dude is autistic as fuck. Let me see if I can find it.
Pull it up. I think I've seen this.
I need the Coke on the side of the window, not in the middle.
Yeah, it was fucking. It was wild.
I only want green M&Ms because everybody loves cash.
J6.
Well, isn't he a germaphobe too?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's the premise behind us calling him a virgin. It's
that's
grab
right.
him by the grab him by the pussy comment and the fact that he's a germaphobe.
Have we told Rob our theory on this?
Are you aware of this? Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
so.
that he no way he could have banged anybody because he won't touch anybody.
Yeah, so like I mean, Jared and Ivanka and Dom, all of them, they're just test tube babies.
Just jerks off into it.
What about like illegitimate children of one of his ex-wives? Like their real dad is like, you know, Caitlyn Jenner or something. You know,
not no more.
Maybe.
I'll go with that one versus test tube.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm just
Buckle up, buckaroos.
Like we're not tied to the test tube part. It just like the whole thing revolves around him being the virgin.
Yep.
So like we've got the conclusion. We'll get the facts along the way. All right.
Oh, the show's all about facts.
Yeah, it's probably fake news that you never asked for.
Good plug.
Here we go. No, that's not it. I can't remember what the name of that. Oh, here.
Would you like me to intranet for you?
I think I got it.
Oh, jeez.
Get it over there.
Okay. Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
I fucking look
I don't
amazing.
think you want to have the water in the picture, right? You can take it off.
Get the water out.
Yeah, put it over there, Nick.
Can I move this table as well?
Yeah, might as well take the table.
How are you, sir?
Oh, good, very good, thank you. You know what you can do, Nick? Put the table back, because it's missing something. Put the table back and put the water on the table without the thing on top of it.
I would love to
No, it's back in the basket.
Okay.
I would love to hear
How's that
what's the
look?
reasoning behind this. It's too empty.
Do I have to drink out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Right? Let's go.
Cooking now.
So awkward.
Yeah, there's no way he's not a virgin.
Asking you guys to help disseminate a link.
There.
Because, you know, he'd be like, put your foot to the right. No, okay.
No.
Put your butt cheek slightly up. Grab the right breast. No,
Spread your
left
lips.
breast.
Nope, too far.
Too far. Mm-mm.
I wanna see them separate as I go in. Too far.
I want the penthouse look. Spread the lips. Okay, look me in the eye. Wait, don't look me in the eye.
Look away. Look away.
That nipple's too hard. We
Can
haven't
we get
even
some
done
ice in
anything yet.
here? Can we get some ice in here? The left nipple's not erect enough. Ice in here, please.
Wow.
You know what?
Wow.
Let's just move the ice out of there. Okay, we're just gonna go with it.
Take the table. Wait. Bring it back, but put that nipple here.
No. I said the black strap on, not the white.
Oh shit. Did we ever come to a conclusion on what kind of hookers that Kim Jong-un would have?
I'm thinking Lizzo thick.
Yeah,
I bet he's
but
got
that would have to be foreign. There's no way there's any like North Korean hookers that are that fat.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I think
So from where?
Oh, dude, those Instagram models, they don't care. You pay them, they'll go. Like they go over to the Middle East all the time for those Saudi princes.
Probably stole a really fat lady from Seoul.
Yeah, I mean, do the fats exist in South Korea though?
I'm fatter.
I'm just thinking capitalism.
Pudgy.
There's got to
I think
be
he likes
one.
pudgy versus super fat.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It seems like even on the capitalistic side, the Koreans are very like they're
Eat a lot of
very
rice.
yeah, and they're like they're very intense. You know, like those isn't like the Tiger Moms, isn't that like supposed to be like the Korean moms in particular that are like super strict and demanding.
I haven't read that book.
I haven't either, but I thought that's what it was about. I thought it was. I could be. I'm probably completely full of shit on this. That it's about.
Pick up a
Koreans in
fucking
particular.
book.
I just haven't read that book yet. Oh, jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This one sounded like a fun story. I don't know if you guys have picked up on it, but Ken Paxton, who's the Texas Attorney General who got impeached, he used a fake Uber name, Dave P, for secret meetings with his mistress.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Scandalous.
Clever.
Wouldn't it be funny if he was banging that broad? Like that was his mistress?
He's into Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah. Now indicted Austin real estate investor Nate Paul set up an Uber account under a fake name that Paxton used to see his mistress, revealing the extent of the men's relationship. As the FBI targeted Paul for possible mortgage fraud. Okay. And a new filing in Paxton's upcoming impeachment trial contends. He was suspended from office, pending the outcome of his September 5th Senate impeachment trial. But what does this have? This sounds like a Clinton deal. Like, what does this have to do with his impeachment? If he was fucking around on his wife, are they impeaching him on moral character? It is Texas. They might be impeaching him on moral character. You never know. They do some weird shit down there.
Can you do that on immoral character?
I don't know. Like I said,
I guess as long as you have the votes, right?
It'd have to. I mean, it's kind of based on the
What
Texas
was he impeached over? Like, it was a
Some
bunch of
sort
other things. Like, his own party did it to him.
Yeah, it was a bunch of fraud stuff, if I remember right.
Ethic inquiries, it looks like, and misconduct, bribery, abuse of power. I see.
So this one, it says Paxton and Paul met 20 to 24 times in the spring and summer of 2020, and one late night that fall and discussed ways the state's top lawyer could help Paul as the FBI stepped up its investigation into the real estate investor. Alleges Paul overstated his wealth and understated his liabilities in order to obtain up to $172 million in loan.
Jesus.
Paxton morphed the office of the Attorney General into Paul's concierge law firm.
Rob, just that number, isn't that a hard amount of money to hide?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how do you fake $127 million worth of income to qualify for that kind of loan? Like,
well,
that's a lot of faking money.
Like, how much business are you doing anyways? Like, that's, I mean, yeah, that seems like
you've got to own like 18,000 rental properties that that's bringing in that kind of money to get loans for $180
right. I was like,
million.
that's a big boy number, you know. That's wild. It was funny. We had this question earlier while we were waiting on you to put your kid to bed. You are simultaneously like the best Jew and the worst Jew that we know. like non-practicing, eat pork, but also you're like extremely Jewy. Like you
Rob, what's your occupation, Rob?
Compliance lawyer.
For
banks. Well, I work for a third party vendor. Okay. So I'm not hired by I don't work for the bank. All right. I'm just hired by the bank. There's a difference. All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I'm sure you can explain it to me legally. But, anyway, we were saying like the three like stereotypical Jewish professions in the United States are lawyer, banker, and media mogul, or some sort of media
doctor.
person.
You got to throw in doctor there too.
Oh, that's true. But
Boyle.
You got two of the four or two of the three. Either way, like does that make you reach super Jew status?
I just have to be a Jew, and yeah, Like, but I'm not.
And we also talked about there's no way in hell me and Matt McKinley could have this conversation without our Jewish lawyer friend.
I said we
There's
can't
no
have
way.
this conversation on air without Rob. Otherwise, it just sounds really fucking anti-Semitic. Without the contextual Jew in the picture, it's very anti-Semitic.
We let
There's
Rob
nothing
call.
worse than the anti-Semitic Jew. All right, that would be me. All right.
That's true. Yes. Well, aren't all Jews kind of anti-Semitic though? 'Cause,
Oh yeah,
like,
we hate ourselves a lot.
but it's like, yeah, we can talk shit on ourselves, but you fuckers can't. I
fuck.
love it. Oh,
Can we talk
shit.
about Bradley Cooper's Jewface? Good
That's
segue.
where we're
yes.
going.
Yes. I should have had that pulled
I
up.
didn't even know Jewface was a thing, but now
I didn't either, and
Seems right.
It sounded like something I would say to you while
Yes,
we were talking the shit. But it popped up on Drudge this morning, and I was like, no fucking way. Jewface, huh?
So wait. Is he playing an actual person?
Yeah, isn't Leonard Bernstein? It's like a musician dude.
So if Leonard Bernstein looked like this, and
He
he's
doesn't.
playing,
Though. That's
Oh,
like
he
the
doesn't?
thing.
oh,
Like, look at the photo of him, and he does not have that kind of nose. Like,
Oh, he doesn't?
oh,
like take a, like I saw the photo of him.
Okay.
I mean, he's got kind of a schnoz, but it's not like that. Like,
well, that makes it a whole other ball game then.
I mean, eh.
Blow
It's
blow
not-
up the
I think
side
it was a little
profile.
accentuated.
Blow up that side profile there, but
see.
McKinley.
I was like, eh.
yeah.
Okay,
I mean-
there's a little bit. There's an Adrian Brody nose there.
Okay, then do that and that.
But, I mean, come on. Come on.
Okay.
Like, did they have Kanye do the wardrobe? Fuck, man. All right,
they have
they
a case here.
They have a point. They have a. Did Justin Trudeau audition for this part? Like, was this something like? Holy fuck! That's a big old schnoz they put on him.
Oh,
Like, did
I want to know
Walt
who
Disney
like
and
thought
Henry
about the
Ford?
like. They looked at the photos, like, "Yep, that looks just right."
Yeah, because
That's a
it
beak.
wasn't a singular person making that decision. Like, that had to go through a lot of steps. Like, what about Bradley Cooper? Did he not go like, hey, this seems a little weird?
somebody's got to do a
Oh.
side by side comparison.
I just want to know, like, when they did the audition, I was like, "Brad, we're gonna do this, but you got to make your nose look like a Jew." Right? Like,
Like, we need peak Jewery from you, all right?
we need that
Holy
nose hook just
Yeah, I mean,
dominating that camera.
we need full Shylock here, all right?
They made him into a Nazi propaganda cartoon.
Man, white liberals are the most racist people on
Yes.
earth. They
They're
don't
terrible.
even know it. They don't even know it. They think they're just doing good. We got to make him look really Jewish. I wonder if they like made him just carry coins around in his pocket too. Fuck. That's wild. Oh shit.
So what the article have to say there, Pat McKinley?
Hold on, let me get my camera back.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, is this like a co-production from Mel Gibson and Yee?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, Mel Gibson's like, not enough Jew. Make it bigger. After the release of the trailer for his biopic of Leonard Bernstein, which revealed the facial prosthetics he employed for the role. Oh, so, but he's not. You said Spielberg is directing it?
No, I thought that Spielberg was a producer on it.
Oh, okay.
Spielberg
Is-
isn't touching
is
this
Bradley
one.
Because
Cooper-
Cooper is directing it, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, boy, it sure makes that makes it look worse, Bradley. Bernstein, the son of a Jewish Ukrainian immigrant to the U.S., was a hugely talented conductor and composer. Oh, he wrote West Side Story. Okay. Okay. Cooper, who directs, co-writes, and stars in Maestro, is not Jewish. Can be seen in the trailer with a noticeably prominent fake nose opposite Carrie Mullen. All right, so is that him there?
Can't
I
see
guess
it.
that is him.
I don't see it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just seeing the still photo of that freaking schnoz.
Yeah. All right. So
That is huge, dude. God.
all right. So that versus that, like, that's not a very Jewy nose at all. It's
I mean, he's got a big old nostril, but like it needs that more accentuated front to it that he doesn't have. Like they didn't need to do that.
no, that was unnecessary. And it also looks fake. I mean, it literally does look like a Nazi propaganda picture. You know, like
It's like in Tropic Thunder, Jack, their interpretation of somebody with a disability. That type of makeup.
Yeah.
Simple
Cooper
Jack.
needs-
Never go
Cooper
full
needs to
retard.
wear a prosthetic nose, then that is to me and many others the equivalent of blackface or yellowface. Bradley Cooper can't play through the role of through the power of acting alone. Then don't cast him. Get a Jewish actor. Get somebody with a real big nose, not a fake big nose.
Bitches.
You know that they're gonna have to spend like $5 million to $10 million in post production, like edits and like
We're gonna have to
CGI
shave
to
it.
reduce the size of that
We're gonna have to shave down that schnoz in post. God damn it. Oh, Hollywood people are idiots, aren't they? They're real idiots.
No. We don't want Jerry Lee Lewis. We want Rob Drost nose. That's what we want.
Remember when and they're all out of work right now too, so they're bored and they just do stupid shit. Like remember during the pandemic when they all made the Imagine by John Lennon video? It was just cringe as fuck. And you're like, who asked for that? Who was asking for this?
We're not worried about our income, so you shouldn't be.
In a statement posted on social media, Bernstein's children, Jamie, Alexander, and Nina defended Cooper, saying, "It breaks our heart to see any misrepresentation or misunderstandings of Cooper's effort. Bradley chose to use makeup to amplify his resemblance, and we're perfectly fine with that. We're also certain our dad would have been fine with it as well." You don't think your old man would have been like, "Hey, you think you went a little bit too much on the nose?"
Is that fucking supposed to be me?
The controversy
look like
follows. Were people objecting to Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer? I hadn't heard that.
Why?
Because he's not Jewish, I guess.
Oh, I heard about it. Yeah, I heard it's the whole Jewish washing. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Who are they going to get? Adam Sandler?
He would have been a good Oppenheimer.
Do you know that he was supposed to be the bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards?
Who was?
Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler was the original.
That would have worked.
It would
I
have
don't know.
worked.
You know, he would have come up. Jelly hoo, jelly hoo. What would that look like?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm curious. That would have been. I don't know. I would have laughed either way. Like, there's no way I couldn't have laughed. Because, yeah, I would have just pictured Billy Madison as the bear Jew.
No, shampoo is better.
Stop looking at me, swine.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so Are you as our resident Jew offended by non-Jews playing Jews?
I don't care.
I didn't think so.
Well,
I'm highly offended because it's gonna need a not Jew like me who has Jewish parents and qualifies as a Jew to be a Jew. All right, that'll work.
We went way into the Jewry right there.
I didn't hear any complaints when all these Gentile actors were playing Jesus.
Yeah. I hear the Jews, you kind of disown Jesus though, so
You just went a little too far. Right?
you gotta, as the Southerners would say, he got a little uppity. Oh shit.
Fuck. You know what?
Can we? All right, Rob. Do I have your permission to make a T-shirt? and it's a picture of Jesus, and then it just says "uppity Jew."
Why would you ask him? I'm the Christian here.
Yeah, I guess I don't care.
I mean, is that anti-Semitic?
Probably.
Would you buy one?
There's a lot of Jews that probably wouldn't like it. There's probably a lot of Jews that think it's pretty funny.
I bet there's a lot of Christians wouldn't like it either.
No.
Yeah, I think it's more anti-Christian than it would be anti-Semitic.
Matt, you would bing every group on that one.
Would you buy one, Rob?
Sure.
All right.
Would you wear it, Rob?
Yes.
We'll wear it on our podcast here. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, it will happen. I
kind of want a picture of
I'll get
Rob.
it designed.
I kind of want a picture of Rob in the shirt in my house.
Oh, it'd be so good. All right. That's happening. Let me make a note so I don't forget. Jesus Christ, uppity Jew. And if I wasn't going to hell before,
you are done for. See, we Jews don't believe in hell, so
yeah. So
I think we're okay.
But what's the? I know that people have converted to Judaism, but what is that really a thing, or is that just something white people say?
Gentile.
I mean, they don't like. Jews do not care if you want to become, a chosen one. It's not like we don't proselytize, right? And try to get you. We don't recruit like the Christians do, right?
Where are we at? 40, 47, 40. We're not out to get you. We're just making Nazi propaganda at this point, Rob. Just a Jew saying we're not out to get you. Rob, I love you so much.
Rob, you're the gift that keeps on giving. Jesus Christ.
Oh. All right, so
fuck.
Yeah, Jesus
fucking
Christ,
Rob.
uppity Jew. That's
my uppity Jews not out to get you.
I'm gonna all of a sudden there's gonna be a spike of orders from Idaho. Idaho and Ukraine.
Oh my
shit.
God. What the fuck's wrong with you two?
I don't know. Speaking of since we were formerly on the topic of old people getting terrorized by the cops, which I wouldn't say that was terrorized maybe, but this one without a doubt was way over the top. Kansas.
Is this the newspaper?
Yeah. So now I don't know who. So a judge had to sign off on the search warrant, but raided Kansas newspapers. Seized items will be returned after a search warrant is withdrawn. After you killed a 98-year-old lady.
Wait, they killed a 98-year-old lady?
Well, they didn't technically kill her, but she died like 24 hours later after they raided her home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so police had insufficient evidence to raid the offices of a small Kansas newspaper and seized property and the seized property should be returned immediately, officials said.
Are these local boys?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So officers raided the Marion County Record in Marion on Friday, and the newspaper said in a case that infuriated blah, blah, they believed an employee of the newspaper may have committed a computer-based crime, Marion County Attorney Joel Enzi said. Upon further review, however, I have come to the conclusion that insufficient evidence exists to establish a legally sufficient nexus between this alleged crime and the places searched and the items seized.
Whoopsies.
As a result, I have submitted a proposed order asking the court to release the evidence seized. I have asked local law enforcement to return. You should probably be in jail for some sort of manslaughter. Like so this paper, I guess the story was, I read a couple articles and listened to somebody that went way into depth. So this guy and his mom bought the small town newspaper so it didn't get bought out by like the conglomerates, and they were there was a lady in town that had a bar, and they held a fundraiser or it was a public meeting in a private place I think it was a Republican congressman or state representative or something. And they went to go report on it, and the lady kicked him out because she didn't want any members of the press there. Which is her right. So they reported on that, and then they received a tip that the lady that ran the bar had her license suspended from a DUI and was still driving on a suspended license while she was applying for a liquor license, or in the process of applying for a liquor license for this bar. And so put all that into that could, the DUI thing could have put that in jeopardy. They wrote an article, but they never published it because they had doubts about the source. I think she was going through a divorce, and they allegedly it was like the ex that leaked the information about her DUI and not having a license and still driving around. So they're like, I think he's trying to use this to get leverage over the divorce settlement. So they didn't publish it. But they like when they had reached out for comment on something, that's when this lady got she got the police chief to go to the DA and the judge and essentially get this search warrant for hacking when they received a tip.
Whose dick is she sucking?
Yeah, apparently the police chief who had been fired from, I think, Kansas City or somewhere. So Marion's in like middle of Kansas, little bitty town, like 1,900 people. And the chief, Gideon Cody, I believe he was fired from, or was essentially pushed out of the department for like sexual misconduct or something.
Was he part of that gangbang that we read about a year ago?
I don't believe so, but that would make it so much like it would just like tie ends up so nicely.
Yes, it would.
Here for the gangbang.
All right, so I got that bitch. She just wanted dick. Small town Kansas paper was probing local police chief over sexual misconduct claims before his entire force raided the newsroom. So it's a small town, like really small town. So I imagine they had like 2 or 3 cops. But he was allegations of sexual misconduct before. The publisher's 98-year-old mother, Joan Meyer, who co-owned the paper, died the day after the raid. after having told the Wichita Eagle these are Hitler tactics and something has to be done. That looks bad for Kansas. That's not a good look.
BLM was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
In this instance, yeah.
They had me until they started burning shit down. Like I was on their side till that shit happened, and then I was like, I don't know. It seems like you guys are
mostly peaceful. Matt.
Yeah, fiery, but mostly
fiery.
peaceful.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if somebody online was like, "It's real fiery type of atmosphere out," but mostly
yeah, they raided that lady's house.
Oh. She looks like she's the choir director of Methodist Church.
He looks like he's a grabber. going back to earlier, he looks like he's definitely a grabber.
Heavy petting.
Cody took the job after retiring as a captain in Kansas City, where he worked for 24 years. Marion County Record received an outpouring of calls. Eric Myers said, claiming that Cody had retired from his last police post to avoid demotion over sexual misconduct allegations.
Isn't it amazing how much people just get shuffled around?
Yeah. The bureaucracy, man. It's just like, yeah. It's what makes the government run, but also like you don't know who anybody is. It's like a corporation. Like that's why it's a corporation, because there's nobody to really lay blame on. It's like, oh, Nabisco got sued, but who actually did the work? No, that doesn't matter. Nabisco just pays the fine. You know, it's all faceless. You know.
Hey Pam, where's Grabby Gary? Oh, they moved him to HR.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny? You just got a grabby Gary as your HR representative.
It's weird. He's got a lisp. It's weird. He's got a lisp, and he sounds like he's out of breath all the time.
Okay, so you know how normally we do a random Florida man, not normally, but we've done it in the past. Just random Florida man story. Can we do like HR sexual misconduct? Like it. Let's do
that's got to be. You know what? Google is all about finding that right phrase, and I think Matt maybe have found it.
HR rep.
Quit putting your dick on the teens chat.
Sexual misconduct.
It's got to be from Florida, though.
Man, you thought you were going to see a lot of dick in that show.
All right. Well, let's see what we got. 2 staffers who say Florida Representative Fabian Basabe sexually harassed them have filed charges with the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Okay. Well. All right. So, Democrat, Republican. Who do you think?
Either or.
Fabian Basabe, if that was anywhere
Democrat.
If anywhere besides Florida, I'd say Democrat, but there's a lot of Cubans down in Florida that vote Republican, so I'm gonna go Republican. Doesn't say so far.
Green Party.
Oh. Green Party, yeah, maybe.
He's the Nader Nibbler.
Nader Nibbler. Fabian Basabe.
Ooh.
He's a fancy boy.
He's got a Fabio kind of look to him.
Yeah. He's like what Beto O'Rourke wishes he was.
That dude is such a tryhard. It's not even funny.
Oh, he's such a douche.
He's the Russell Wilson of
Republican. There we go. He's a Republican. Oh, so what he do? Sexually harassed them. Have filed. Frivola 25 and Cutbirth 24 are accusing Basabe and the Florida House of Representatives of discrimination based on sex, stemming from Basabe's alleged behavior. They said he made repeated lewd sexual comments and made unwanted advances, claims Basabe has denied. Lawsuit and Frivola's EEOC charge claimed that the first-year Republican legislator slapped Frivola's buttocks and said he wanted all of that butt while they attended the elementary school career day in December.
Oh boy.
This sounds like fucking Will Ferrell's character from the campaign. I want all that butt. You know what? I'm back on this guy's side. Oh, fuck.
I mean,
Big
women
bubble
are
butt. Give it to me.
women are always telling us we need to express what we want, and he just wants all that butt.
Oh, this is a dude, Nicholas Frivola.
Oh,
So he's a gay dude. Okay. Or he's just a bro, one of those. I don't know.
you know how many times we could have been filed for sexual harassment the way we grab each other?
Yeah. Well, like the CEO from Black Rifle got sued and eventually got settled or whatever by one of his buddies, and in the whole lawsuit they had to, like, it was a whole bunch of just like soldier talk, like, you want to fuck me in the ass right now? Let's just butt fuck right now. that was in the court filings, you know.
So it was just gay.
Did you say
Let me.
you want to butt fuck right now?
So he got sued for gay chicken.
Pretty much. I don't think it ever went to trial or anything. I think it got resolved beforehand. But yeah, let me see if I can find that, because it was pretty funny. Especially like I've listened to that guy on podcasts many a times, so like I can picture him saying it, and and also it's just like military dudes have a different type of humor too, like that. What's okay for us? I mean, or what's okay for military guys versus normal guys is little different. Like they're,
I don't know. We're pretty close to that sense of humor, I have to admit there, McKinley.
No, I agree. Here we go. I think
Is there a reason I'm the only guy on camera here?
I'm trying to my camera.
We're
working.
masturbating.
I see. You leave you to it.
No, I'm charging my phone.
There we go.
So I didn't want you to see, as Tim put it, the moldy mayonnaise that is my lamp.
Tim's not here. I want to see it.
Ex-employee of Black Rifle Coffee, Mr. Brandon Roper, is accusing VRC founder and CEO Evan Hafer of severe and disturbing sexual harassment practices. Brandon currently has filed a lawsuit against BRCC founder and CEO that he was stripped of his birthday suit during a company meeting. As per the victim, Mr. Brandon Roper, during a company meeting between the two, Mr. Evan Hafer propositioned him for butt sex. About stripped out of his birthday suit. He is referring to August 2016 when Evan Hafer forced him to strip down to his underwear and participate in a marketing video where his images were digitally altered to make it to look like he was naked. In the marketing video, none of the participants were allowed to refuse to participate. So
Isn't that didn't Lizzo do something a little bit worse, I guess?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she made some chick eat a banana out of another chick's pussy, which I mean, I guess if you're not a gay woman, you might be like that might be a problem. I don't know.
Matt, are you not eating
but they
chocolate
have way
pudding
better
near a
dicks.
dick?
Not in a while.
You prude.
Let's see. General allegations. Mr. Haver and Mr. Roper competed in a handgun shooting match at Wasatch Wing and Clay Range. Mr. Roper had taken first place in the competition. Mr. Hafer was very angry that Mr. Roper had beaten him. expressed his anger to Mr. Roper, and this is when Mr. Hafer began to treat Mr. Roper in an extremely hostile and domineering manner. This is a good lawyer talk here. He felt like his reputation as an excellent shooter among the military special forces community was threatened by Mr. Roper when other military competitors heard the results. We already heard that one. In the video, he's asked to pretend to do sit-ups in a room with various other men who are allegedly having a hot dog party. The video was meant to poke fun at homosexuals, and Mr. Roper participated in the video against his will and as a condition of his employment. The video has been seen by thousands of persons on the internet and meant much to Mr. Roper's embarrassment and humiliation. Hot dog party. On or about, and this, we just celebrated the, what's 7-year anniversary of this on August 15th, 2016. Mr. Evan Hafer called Mr. Roper into his office in front of Mr. Roper and several other people in his office. Mr. Hafer stripped down all his clothes and stood in front of Mr. Roper completely naked. Mr. Hafer acted as if he expected some sort of response out of Mr. Roper. Instead, Mr. Roper averted his eyes and tried to turn the conversation back to work. Several days later, Mr. Roper and Mr. Hafer were working alone in a conference room when Mr. Hafer turned to Roper and said, "Why don't we close that door and butt fuck the shit out of each other?"
Okay, Rob, lawyer question. If you're in a jury box and some shit like this comes out and you laugh in the jury box, will the judge reprimand you? Because I'm sorry, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way I'm shutting up on this one. It's like that scene in Full Metal Jacket where the fucking drill sergeant's going off and they can't stop fucking laughing.
Gouge out your eyes. Go fuck you.
So this is probably my favorite part of the one. After Mr. Roper Mr. Roper rejected the sexual proposition and the meeting continued in awkward tension. After he'd rejected Mr. Hafer's advances and failed to comment upon Mr. Hafer's nude body, Mr. Hafer became openly hostile to Mr. Roper. By approximately early September 2016, Mr. Hafer started calling Mr. Roper Mountain Jew as a derogatory term because he's one of the few Latter-day Saints in the office. Mountain Jew. I'm gonna order more coffee than I already do from this guy. That's so funny. Mountain Jew. That is the best term I've heard for a Mormon ever. Mountain Jew. Oh shit. All right, so Rob, when you were before you're at your job now, didn't you have to do like a little ambulance chasing deal for a while?
I mean, I worked at an ambulance chaser up in Wyoming. But that was before I graduated law school.
That's what I thought. How was that? Yeah. Let's hear some stories about that.
Honestly, I was there for like 3 months, so it wasn't a whole lot of stories, but it was like pretty much somebody falls on a ground and breaks his ankle and, thinks that the person who owns the sidewalk is the business or whatever it is, and is trying to say that they caused him to fall or whatever kind of bullshit. That was pretty much all I saw. I didn't have any good stories.
So it's like Enterprise. They give you the tools to be your own boss.
Yeah, Enterprise rent a car.
Yeah. Huh. Well, damn it. I was hoping for better stories.
Honestly, like, I wish I had a good story. I don't really have one.
Well,
Matt, only you are allowed to have the best stories.
I guess. I don't know. I don't have that good of stories today either, though. I never chased any ambulances. I mean, not willingly, anyways. But this one I thought was this was a good one. So do you remember how just like I think it was last week when Dianne Feinstein or Feinstein? I always get those mixed up.
Who knows? Feinstein.
I know
Let's just go with Feinstein.
Just
'Cause I know
just call her
Harvey
Skeletor.
Well, she gave her daughter, who's also pretty fucking old. Her daughter's like 70. Power of attorney, and now she is alleging elder abuse.
Oh,
Yeah.
this gets better and better, Matt.
So, the co-trustees of a trust in the name of Richard Bloom, the deceased wealthy husband of Dianne Feinstein, were accused of elder abuse against Feinstein in a court filing. She has limited power of attorney over her mother, which she signed over to her on July 23rd. So yeah, that was almost a month ago.
So what would be limited, Rob? What would be the decision she's making if it's limited?
Like basically who can spend what kind of money, and they don't kind of trust her to make that kind of decision. So basically, like anything complicated, they'll say no.
like voting in the Senate.
Like you mean voting on a budget?
Just say aye.
Pretty much. I mean, that's the idea of limited. Is like you're like, it's kind of like my grandma who's 95. She doesn't know where she is half the time. You know, like that's limited. You can't really. That's the kind of concept. So if they're saying that she is, and now she's a senator, yeah, she probably should give up.
Is your grandma a senator as well? Because that seems to be the sweet spot.
You can't walk out of her building without thinking her cat is disappeared. And that cat died like 3 years ago. So,
sorry.
So
Rob.
you're saying you wouldn't let her vote in the Senate?
No.
But also we have not only Diane, but we got Chuck Grassley, who's like 90, or I think he's the second oldest because Feinstein's the oldest. Then we've got Mitch McConnell.
Mitch Strokeout McConnell.
And we got Pelosi. Like she's drunk half the time, or like when she was still speaker, she was like drunk half the time, slurring her words, and tits were rocking though. I mean, yeah, you can't
those tits.
Yeah, there's been we think it's a problem now, but it seems like it's always been, because like Strom Thurmond was ancient as fuck. Robert Byrd was ancient. Who was the
Not
dude from
a fan
Hawaii?
of the Jewish people.
No, he was a fan of Joe Biden though, and Bill Clinton. Just a Southern boy. He had to do what he could to get elected, you know. Catherine Feinstein made the striking allegation that Michael Klein, Mark Sholvenick, and Verrett Mims. I don't trust that guy already.
It sounds like a Bond villain.
Mims.
Who control the disputed trust, are committing financial elder abuse against the 90-year-old senator. All right, so if you are alleging elder abuse against somebody, the victim of elder abuse cannot be in the U.S. Senate. Come on, like that. I
thought this was America, Matt. Is this not America? This is a South Park episode.
It really is.
They've got to do something on this, right?
You'd have to. Like, does the 25th Amendment only apply to the president or to the executive, right?
Rob?
I couldn't tell. I don't know. I haven't read that.
Rob, aren't you a lawyer?
I'm assuming it's just, I thought it was with pretty much, yeah, I think it's the executive. I don't think it applies to Congress, but I thought it could apply to the judiciary, theoretically. But maybe not. I don't know.
Section 1.
They should probably add that rule.
It's presidential succession.
Yeah,
so it's only the president.
Yeah. All right. So, well, there should be something for the House and the Senate, the judiciary, the bureaucracy, all of that. There should be something. Just an overall age term limit. Like, all right, 70.
I'd say 80. All right, like after 80, you know. Go
don't
be
know,
a
man.
consultant.
I mean, there's a lot that can happen between 70 and 80, and I think 70's fine, man. What's the Social Security age? It's like 67, I think.
65, right?
I think they pushed it back to
No, it's
67. Whatever the Social Security age is, that should be the end of politics too. Like you can't serve office anymore either. If you're eligible to draw Social Security, nah. No more public office. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. So financial. This is just a bunch of rich people fighting over who gets this old broad's money.
What did she do before she was in?
Well, she's been in politics since whenever Harvey Milk got assassinated, whatever that was.
She was the mayor of San Francisco before when she went to the Senate, right?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Didn't fund a trust her mother is this sole income beneficiary of, and they have not made required distributions to the senators since Blum's death in 2022. Catherine Feinstein's daughter from a previous marriage also. So this isn't even this is her stepdad's money that she's trying to get. Also alleges that the code trustees are purposely slow rolling payments to the senator because they intend to benefit Richard Bloom's biological daughters, who stand to inherit millions of dollars should go to Senator Feinstein if the trustees never make it. Oh, so this is all elder abuse. Every bit of this shit is elder abuse. This is a bunch of it's her old ass daughter arguing with his old ass daughters over who gets the money.
How old are the kids here? Quote, kids.
This one is, I think she's like,
they've got to be like in their 70s, right?
I think she's, yeah, Catherine Feinstein. I think she's like 69. And yeah, nice. Catherine Feinstein.
She's a flower.
It's like the Biden or the Broncos kids fighting over.
I was thinking
money from that.
Yeah,
I was thinking that exact thing. It's
66.
kids fighting over money, and they're all fucking geriatrics.
Yeah, that's exactly right. She's the presiding judge of the San Francisco Superior Court. I didn't know that. Huh.
Every time you hear San Francisco, do you get the Rice-A-Roni tune in your head?
San Francisco treat.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. Ding, ding. That's...
Did we ever determine whether or not Feinstein slipped on a pile of human shit? Is that why she was
We did not.
I don't know if that was ever confirmed.
Let's just assume it was. All right.
I mean, when I think San Francisco, I think human shit. So, but I don't know. My wife was she had to take the high school kids on their senior trip. They went out to Alcatraz, and she said, I don't know, San Francisco seemed all right. There wasn't a whole lot of crazy shit going on like they claim. So I don't know, maybe she's in the wrong spot of town, but she said there was homeless people, but there wasn't people shitting in the street. So that's,
she needs to go to Skid Row, like by the Capitol building
yeah,
or wherever that place is in downtown. That's shit.
You ever notice, why is it always Skid Row's near the Capitol? It's the same shit in Denver.
Dude, in Memphis, it's like they didn't have a whole lot of bums, but they were all in front of the Federal Reserve building. Like
Yeah,
that's where they hung out. I don't know why, because it's just public property, I guess.
in Denver, it's the Mint and it's the Capitol. Did we
Then
lose
there's
it
that
there?
homeless shelter right over by the Like on Lawrence and Broadway, like right there.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Little fuckers.
Is it pretty bad downtown now?
Yes.
Yeah. Just a lot of tent stuff.
It smells like piss everywhere. 16th Street Mall. Next couple years, there's not going to be one shop down that 16th Street Mall.
Yeah, just
It better be. They've done enough crap down there.
Yeah.
Was it the weed that did it? Was it the weed that brought all the bums?
I think the bums were here, but the weed didn't help.
Yeah, I'm all in favor of the weed legalization. I thought Colorado fucked up by being the first ones to do it. Like, let the bums go somewhere else first. Let them flock to Oregon, hang out there, chill out for a year. Then, like the next year, you legalize it. It doesn't make a wave, so they're just still up in Oregon, you know.
And now they're stuck here.
Yeah, because they're bums. They can't go anywhere.
I'm about to sock them because it's dirty old bum.
they can't go anywhere. They got no money. And whatever money they get, they spend it on weed, man. I think those people, those bums, got a little more problem than weed. There are little extra problems going on there.
It's angel dust, Holmes. Just smoke it.
Ice.
Can you imagine if like all the bums were just on like really aggressive drugs instead of heroin, where they just all zonked out, but they're on just meth all the time, just like
There's a couple downtown, I think, are on that magic.
What's the thing they make them homicidal, like the bath salts? They just like eat their face off.
Yeah, bath salts, PCP. PCP, where they just like it raises their body temperature, so they're
I am high on PCP.
They're just permanently hot, so they strip down naked and then also are insane. So you just have an insane naked dude attacking you.
Give me some ice. Oh.
Yeah. Or I don't know about the bath salts. I don't know if that made you strip down, but yeah, they were. Was that actually a deal where they were eating people's faces, or was that something the media ran?
That was something that happened. Like some guy
I thought
bath salts and tried to kill somebody with.
I thought so.
No, I was about to say bath salts. The other stuff makes you strip off your clothes. Bath salts make you strip off other people's skin.
Mm-hmm. So I was listening to this podcast today. So it was Jack Carr's podcast. He's a former Navy SEAL. He's an author. I think you'd like, Rob. Do you like like Tom Clancy type novels?
Yeah.
Well, you'd like this guy because it's in the same vein as Tom Clancy, except extremely brutal. And like this guy was like he was a Navy SEAL for a long time, so he like firsthand knowledge of some of this shit too. So anyway, good author. But he had this guy on, Ed Calderon, and he was a narco cop down in Mexico. And so it was like a 2.5 hour conversation they had, and it was he was saying when the weed legalization went through, they just moved their weed operation over into the US, particularly in California, just put it on public land. So they'd go about that's like that whole Humboldt County deal in Northern California. So they just moved the illegal weed operation to the US rather than in Mexico. But they turned all their weed fields into poppy fields, but the soil quality wasn't the same as, say, in like Afghanistan. So he said there was only one time he found, like, during his narco work, he found like a brick of black tar heroin. And he said after that, like when they started growing the poppy there in Mexico, he never saw the black tar stuff again. It was always like light brown and like powdery shit. And I've never done heroin, so I don't know, but I guess,
Allegedly.
Black tar is the dank, sticky, icky shit, I guess. And
it's made with love.
And so, but that's how like the fentanyl stuff came in, is because the heroin that they grew in Mexico didn't have the pop of the stuff that they were importing from,
like Vietnam or Cambodia or Afghanistan, and so that's when the fentanyl came in, and the Chinese kind of really sold them on how it was like it'll be a big hit with the customers, and it was interesting. He also said like back in the 70s and the 80s, the cartels operated a lot like the old mob did, where nobody got too big, like nobody was flashy. You didn't fuck with the locals, and like you were kind of the Robin Hood. Like you sold a lot of drugs, but like you kind of kept everything on the down low. And then when the U.S. shifted the drug war from like Colombia to Mexico, they took out all the old heads, and so they're saying El Chapo was he's a pretty brutal dude, but like he wasn't a flashy dude. Now he's got 3 sons, and so once they took him out, now they have 3 sons running the operation, and they're like, it's kind of like what's his name, Saddam Hussein's sons. Like he was awful, but his sons were even fucking worse. And
rich kids or rich people's kids.
Yeah,
the worst.
It was fascinating. Can you imagine being a narco officer in Mexico?
Who signs up for that job?
And a clean one too. That was the thing, is like he was never on the take, and he eventually left because he said essentially it was making a choice that they were going to go crack down on this one cartel because the captain or whoever was in charge was on the take from the other cartel. So he's like, nah, I'm out. And so he came to the U.S.
Balls of plenty.
Oof, man. Yeah, those that's one of the issues I have with like the whole Ukraine shit, is like that's bad. It is. I'm not saying Russia's right, but I'm like, that shit in Mexico is getting like, it's not good, and it is spread. There's a I don't know if we've noticed, but there's a lot of Mexican people in the U.S. too. So if like it pops off down there, it's gonna reverberate up here.
It's like the Mormons back in the 1850s building an army. Like,
yeah, except
get a little nervous.
They're way better armed than the Mormons of the 1850s, man. I mean,
no covered wagons.
Well, and they got guys that have been trained by U.S. Special Forces guys. They're no joke. Those cartels are no joke. I don't know what you do about it, but I think like more attention needs to be paid to that rather than shit across an ocean,
Did you see the shit that's happening in Ecuador? They've had 3 officials murdered in like the past week.
Yeah.
I saw the
candidates or something.
Yeah, and they were all like anti-corruption, anti-cartel candidates, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I know the presidential candidate was. I didn't know about the other ones, but
yeah, they whacked a mayor, and then shot somebody else.
Did we ever find out what the fuck was with those? There were Republican like state legislatures in New Jersey that got murdered here, like last year, maybe. You remember hearing about that?
I don't remember that.
There was like 2 or 3 of them right in a row, like a week or 2 apart, and I don't remember. I don't know. I don't even know what to search on that, but yeah, Paul Pelosi got hit in the head with a hammer. Fucking slept that guy. Did you hear him snoring on that video? He was fucking out. Like that. Like you can put a bunch of the conspiracy theories aside after you hear him snore. Like, no, that fucker got knocked out. There was no faking that shit.
Me and Matt ripped him a good one until the real story came out.
Yeah, I don't. That was a weird story, and yeah,
kind of felt bad for him. Kind of felt bad for the horse.
The cop goes, "Give me the hammer," and he goes, "Nope." Just cracks him. We're like, what the fuck, man? Why a hammer too, of all things? Like, well, I guess it is California. Pretty hard to get a gun there, so maybe not hard, but takes a long time. Was it 7-day wait or something like that? 10-day wait. But yeah, hammer to the head.
Paul Pelosi's what, 92 or some shit like that. Like, I'm surprised he survived that. He was heavy snoring on the Ring camera.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucking shit's getting wild out there. All right, let's I gotta take a leak. We'll come back do another 20. We got any good topics for the Patreon segment?
I mean, I sent you that story of the spiders that give you boners.
Oh,
and
yes.
I thought that was a good one.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. Spider
Yeah.
boners coming up on the Patreon. So
Bonerific.
yeah. All right. Move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Your eyes up in the morning, beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horse is kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. We'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right. Burning daylight. Well, life is just a gather, and you won't catch 'em all. But when you ride through the gate, make sure you sit up tall. I can see the horizon, it's looking pretty bright. Well, get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight.